Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I'm Shekhar Gupta in Amritsar, and my guest this morning, somebody who's right there in the line of fire, Bikramjit Singh Majithia. What do we call it? Line of fire, eye of the storm,
Or a survivor.
or a survivor?
Yeah.
But have you survived?
I have. It's been 3.5 years and everybody's tried as hard as possible. But my belief in God and my belief in the entire judicial process, I have survived. Otherwise, I would have been history by now.
Describe yourself. I know that you have multiple designations. You are Minister for Revenue, Minister for Public Relations, Minister for Disaster
So
Management.
management.
So are you a walking disaster for your party?
Well, I guess the opposition would want to believe that. And in 2012, when we went into election, and that time the family had just divided up. Manpreet had taken his own line, and even then, people said that it's all over for the Shiromani Akali Dal and the Badals. But I was given a responsibility for the youth, and since I'm a believer and God's been very kind, we got total support from the youngsters. The Congress president could not make his father win an election. The PPP...
Congress president in the state.
Yes, the youth president then. His father was contesting the MLA election and he lost. And they wanted everyone to believe that the entire youth supports them. But if it did, why couldn't he make his father win, forget about the whole of the state? And same goes for the PPP then. They could not even win.
PPP, since people may have forgotten, was Manpreet Badal's
Manpreet
party.
Badal, and he also
Punjab People's Party.
absolutely. He also claimed that the entire youth was with him, but when the results came in, they didn't even win a seat, and the youth supported us. So I felt that responsibility given to me, and people, the youngsters came along with us, and that's how the Shiromani Akali Dal came back with a bigger number and with a stronger margin and created history, because no government has ever come in Punjab back to back. So we turned around history, and ever since then it's been a tough walk, it's been a tight walk, and one has handled it, like I said, because one is a believer, one believes in God and believes in the right thing.
But you failed with Mr. Jaitley's election in Amritsar right here. And
See,
this is your ilaka.
Absolutely. Now you have to see how do you judge failure. Yes, the result was not to our liking, but if you go back to when Mr. Sidhu won in 2009, even then
5,000 votes.
Yeah, 6,700 votes to be precise. That time, Mr. Sidhu led from my constituency, the Majitha constituency, by 20,300 odd votes. Mr. Jaitley led by a bigger margin this time. So
From your segment.
Yeah, yes. So now if you talk about me personally, my segment performed better when all the odds were against us, because generally that time also we lost the city when Mr. Sidhu won by around 50,000 votes. This time the city loss was greater, and that's what we could not cover up from the villages, because the whole Amritsar constituency is divided into rural and urban. The rural segments like Raja Sansi, Majitha, Ajnala, they performed fairly well. But in the city, the margins were hell of a lot.
Your constituency is just next door.
It's in the village. I come from a constituency which is outside of Amritsar,
Yes,
but it's
absolutely.
part of the Amritsar parliamentary
In fact, we would have
constituency.
liked to take you there, but we don't have, you don't have enough time.
Yeah.
I know that you're busy here. So, did you respond when you were blamed for Mr. Jaitley's loss?
I wasn't, to tell you the truth, it's, people who tried blaming me should have looked within, because like I said, Captain Amrinder may have won the elections, but a person who won all the assembly constituencies, not all, he won a number of assembly constituencies, but he lost heavily in Majitha. So
That's
what
your
does it goes to show?
Right.
That people have faith in me. End of the day, how will we decide if people have faith? Through the votes. And they responded. And they responded with a bigger margin than what they responded to Mr. Sidhu with. But yes, in the city, we couldn't get the votes that we thought we would get. But there were a number of multiple reasons. There's no single reason can make you win an election or a single reason.
Was it a mistake to bring him to Amritsar?
See, if you look today, yes, obviously it was, but then elections, you never know what's going to happen. And it wasn't my decision alone. It was the decision of the whole Shromani Akali Dal BJP, but eventually it was the BJP's decision. But I guess the loss is Amritsar's loss, because what has happened ever since then? Captain Amrinder Singh is an absentee parliamentarian. He doesn't go to the parliament. He doesn't take up the causes of the people of Amritsar.
Party's deputy leader in the House.
And he's absent. Out of the 231 days, he's been absent for 220 days. So 11 days he's been present, 220 days he's been absent. What good is he going to do to Amritsar? And now when he files his nomination for the assembly seats, he's clearly said, I'm going to fight from Patiala. So he's dumped the people of Amritsar. And like I said, the loss has been far greater for the people of Amritsar, for the betterment of Amritsar. The loss hasn't been of anybody else.
Bikramjit, Mr. Jaitley never blames you. BJP formally never blames you, whatever the whispers. But Mr. Sidhu does, Navjot Singh Sidhu. What's the issue between you and him?
See, Mr. Sidhu, if you, since you're a journalist and you have NDTV, you should go into the records of 2009, when the exact words of Mr. Sidhu were, कि मेरी चम दियां जुत्तियां बनवा ली चम मांस दियां हाँ but why he said that? Because he only won by the 6,700 votes because of the lead.
He said, I can give you shoes made of my own skin.
Yes.
I'm so grateful.
Yes. And why? Because he's
it can only be a Punjabi wisdom.
Absolutely. And why did he say that? Because he won by a very small margin, and that margin came from none other constituency than Majita. So
and then what happened?
Nothing. We've never had a situation, and his wife always called me her brother, and we were till he was fighting those elections, or ever after that also. The wife referred to me as the brother, and Mr. Sidhu said all these things that he said, and these are a matter of record, and the victory is a matter of record. You can dig into the records and see that had that Majita not given that lead,
so what
he
brought
wouldn't have
about
been
this
an
change?
MP.
How did you become a villain for him?
I see, in politics, you know politics better than me. Somebody is a hero today.
You're a third generation politician.
Somebody is a hero today, is a villain tomorrow, maybe a hero some other day. So politics has become like that. It's all about blame game. People don't see their shortcomings or their faults. It's best is to blame others and walk on. And I guess that has become the order of the day.
But did things change with this Bhola incident? That one image of this acknowledged drug smuggler, a kingpin, on TV, blaming you.
That's the sad part. That's the sad part about the system here. One statement, a person who had been interrogated, who was caught by no other police than the Punjab police. Had there anybody been protecting him, how was he caught by the Punjab police? Secondly, a person, when he was caught, the government of the day that time, the union government, was the Congress-led UPA government.
And NDPS brings in the central government.
Absolutely. And he was interrogated by the military intelligence, the BSF intelligence, the Narcotics Control Bureau, the IB. There were several central agencies under the UPA government that interrogated him. Nothing came out then.
But there is no doubt that he is a drug smuggling kingpin.
Absolutely. If you go by what is being reported and what he was caught with it, so there's no doubt about that.
I mean, he's a former champion wrestler,
absolutely.
Silver medalist in Asian Games, Arjuna Award winner.
Yeah,
DSP
the best
Punjab
part
Police.
is the person has never met me, he has never spoken to me, and so for me to reply on whether he's got all those awards or not got the awards is not the right thing. But someone just makes a statement, and instead of proving those allegations, I have gone in town to prove myself innocent. He did not prove me guilty. In the sense, I have been through this entire rigmarole. I've had to go through tough times, because initially when it happened, it came as a shocker. Wasn't used to it. I'm a teetotaler. I don't drink. Like I said, I'm a believer. I have full faith in God. And what I was put through it just came as a shock because someone I never knew, someone I've never spoken to accuses me of that. And instead of backing up what he says with credible evidence, all the investigating agencies that investigated never said that to them, never said it in court, never said it to any other agency, but then the media picked it up, the opposition picked it up, and it became politics.
So, since you are a devout man, you say absolutely solemnly that you had nothing to do with this Bola fellow.
I go a step further. I say that, and I say that if anybody can prove what they say, I will quit politics and I will ask for capital punishment. I will not ask for mercy because this is not why I came into politics.
But you put your hand on your heart and say you had nothing to do with Bola.
Whether I put my hand on my heart or whether I think of my God and I say I had nothing, I never met the person, I had nothing to do with it.
But you will think of your God and say it, put your hand on the book and say it.
I've said it. I've said it not once. I said if anybody can prove in those allegations. See, Shekhar, end of the day, if somebody levels an allegation against you, now who's going to decide whether those allegations are true or false? If you're a citizen of India, either the investigating agencies will find you guilty or innocent. I have never been called as an accused by any investigating agency
So
up till date. Whether in UPA rule,
So Enforcement Directorate? when you were
absolutely,
called?
I was a witness. There's no case registered against me. Neither in courts and neither by any agency. And not with one government. The funny part is that the UPA government I was never called because they went through entire investigation and they found nothing. But in the NDA government,
You were called.
I was called. It's been 3 years since my case went to the High Court. It's been put through the toughest monitoring. It has gone through a High Court monitored inquiry. If anything was wrong, I would have been history by now. This is all political rhetoric that carries on. End of the day, like I said, as citizen of India, if he is guilty or not guilty, who is going to decide? Will you decide? Will I decide? Or will the courts of the country decide?
Courts
The
will
rule
decide.
of the land says that. Well, the courts of the country, it's been 3.5 years, 4 years now.
And you've been going to the courts a lot with defamation cases
I have,
also.
and I have gone with the defamation cases, and the best part is that I go to court and I ask for a day-to-day hearing. And when nobody agrees to the day-to-day hearing, if they have so much evidence against me, why don't they agree for a day-to-day hearing?
You are referring to Arvind Kejriwal in this case.
Absolutely. Arvind Kejriwal was yesterday in Amritsar when we were having a 50 years of celebration. The man makes a political statement outside court. I said a very simple thing. I said, let's finish the chapter. It's a very simple, either you'll be in jail or I'll be in jail. Prove your charges. Say what you say outside the court. Give an affidavit, say it in court. He doesn't say it inside court. Then I say the second thing. I say, let's do a day-to-day hearing. Let's finish the matter within 15-20 days if you have the evidence. The man gave no evidence. He was first summoned as an accused. AK became AAK, accused Arvind Kejriwal. Charges, according to me, what I understand of law is the second stage. He is going to be charged very soon because he could not prove what he was saying. Yesterday he could give no evidence. And the third is eventually is conviction. And he is heading that way.